Hey guys, it's Gomma here with another Warhammer Battle Report. I'm finally getting around to uploading this one. This is a follow-on from my last video prepping for this game. Um, just quickly, apologies for the delay. It's just I've had just had the flu sort of thing, and my voice has been shocking. So hopefully I can get through this without too much muting and then coughing. But anyway, we'll see how we go. Um, yeah, after this game, it was obvious that I'm still learning how to play, and definitely with orcs. But anyway, still worth a look. If you want to look at the list, I sort of went through it in the previous video. So magic, I've got a level 4 and a big wag, so I've got the hand, foot, and here we go. Also brain burster, which might be able to be useful sniping out wood elves. And then my little wag, level 2 itchy nuisance, which was good. And curse of the bad moon if we can get it off. But so he's got a bunch of spells. He's got a level 4 death, which isn't going to be fun. And he's also got savage beasts and wizards on beasts. So yeah, he's got pretty strong magic. Now I'm missing a picture out to the left, so just imagine there's about 5 or 6 sisters with his level 4 on a unicorn, and then I think he's got 8 or 9 wild riders with he's got a glade lord on an eagle and he's level 2 on a steed. And then you can see the dryads. He's got a 15 glade guard with true flight behind the left forest there. Regular treeman, 15 glade guard at the back there with Hagbane. He's got 5 war dancers with the shadow dancer, and then 3 warhawk riders. You can see in the bottom right there too his way watchers. They're actually not there, they haven't scouted yet. We'll see them in a minute. My deployment, so the left flank. So I went with trying to keep my war machines together and just tried to bunker around them. And on the left of the war machines I've got 10 Savage Orc Arrow Boys, and then on the right I've got a bunker of Night Goblins. So this left flank I wanted to have my single troll, one of the squig, one of the manglers, and my spider sort of defend that. My lord's going to fly up behind the building, try to be safe for a little bit. I'm not sure what to do with the chariot. I wasn't sure. Like, I guess I was just going to take it around the side or something. And then you can see the beginning of my Savage Orc horde, which is nearly finished painting. Another mangle at the back, the trolls, wolf boys, wolf riders, and then my goblin big boss. Scouts, the way watchers, go behind this building. And vanguards, he vanguards his warhawk riders up. My wolf riders actually vanguard back, and then I send my big boss by himself, not really sure what he's going to do, and that's one of my points I'll talk about at the end. So I get first turn, and I just do a double charge on his warhawk riders. They take off, and the trolls end up there. Apart from that, not much movement. My bunker of night goblins just pivots in case his glade riders come on. It's got 3 my level 1 shamans in there, level 2 shaman I should say. So it's 3 big bosses. One's got the ruby ring, so I'm just sort of, and it's got 2 fanatics, so I'm just trying to hold that side. And my mangler didn't get very far, so I was a bit squished over on the left here. And so I go up with my single troll to redirect his wild riders, and probably do the biggest mistake of the game right there, but you'll see in a minute. Magic was 7 to 6, and pretty much he dispelled foot. Can't remember what I did with the other one spell. 7 to 6, who knows? I didn't write it down, but anyway, I didn't get anything done. Actually got 2 forest goblins shot and killed 2 way watchers, which was pretty amazing, needing 7s to hit, but that was pretty good. And there you can see my absolutely shocking position of my spider. I don't know, I basically moved up my single troll and pivoted him like that, and then I remember just being just haphazard with, I just pretty much moved the spider sideways a little bit, like I didn't even think, and yeah, it wasn't until after I'd moved and started shooting and stuff that I looked and went, I've just wrecked my flank. But anyway, you'll see what happens. Doomdiver 1 totally misses. Doomdiver 2 hits and kills a couple of wild riders, so not as good as I would have liked. And the rock lobbers. I think I went and shot his warhawk riders, and they both scattered 10, so they both totally missed. really not the best targets. I don't know why I was shooting them there. So bottom of turn 1, I pretty much didn't get anything done. So that's great. So elf turn 1, he charges that troll, and you can see the overrun is going to hit my spider, which then will bring them around facing my war machines. So the redirect was useless. Oh, and the other bad thing was how I faced my war boss. So he's facing the wrong way. So that left flank, right away I was like going, this is just not going to go good. And he moves his Warhawk Riders around. He sort of blocks my big boss on the wolf just with some war dancers, and yeah, just a bit of shuffling. The treeman's coming up, but not too fast. He gets magic 76 as well, I guess. I think it was. I dispelled Wild Form and Spirit Leech, but he Bidajun off my Mangler, which he really needed to do. You can't see it, but his BSB's behind the building and can get a line of sight on my BSB. Actually, it might not be his BSB, it might be his Way Stalker. I think it was, yeah, sorry. But I got a charm shield on that, so that shot didn't do anything. And then they open up Hagbanes on my Wyvern, gets 2 wounds on the Wyvern. I think I ward saved the other ones on my Lord. Yeah, I don't know what that's showing. So yeah, the combat here, yeah, obviously just take that off. Actually, yeah, before combat, the assistants threw their javelins through and actually scored 2 wounds on the spider. And then yeah, the troll dies and in come the shocking redirect. Rather than them just be pointing the wrong direction, they're now pointing straight at my war machines. So into my turn 2. It totally changes my attack. Like rather than sort of go up the middle, I'm obsessed with trying to keep my war machines alive for some reason. And so I send my chariot over there, the Savage Orc Arrow Boys come up, and I pivot my big block to try and, potentially get some magic when my spider dies. To be honest, I'm not even sure what I'm going to do. And then, not knowing what to do with Wyverns, I charge the building. He's put his Way Watchers in there. So I send my Black Orc thinking you go in there and just, kill all the Way Watchers. There's only 4 of them or something. But yeah. Really, the Wyvern should be out trying to take on his, probably, I don't know, he should have been pointing the other way to get in the flank of these Wild Riders. My Trolls go for a huge charge on the Treeman. I think that's when they do. And actually it wasn't that huge, but it was above average roll needed, and they failed, so they just stumbled forward, and now they're getting very close to being out of range of my leadership. There's him going into the building. Obviously the 2 Doom Divers hit the Sisters, only get 1 off. And of course the Elf Lord pulls out, because it's a closed list, he pulls out the Spirit Sword on my monster and takes the spider off in one go. Which is bad. I can't even remember what happened here. It looks like, I looked at the rules later, it looks like we were playing the unmodifiable leadership when it's actually not. But in any case, his Wild Riders would have killed him anyway. And this is my roll for... so magic, before I do that, magic was 8 to 4. I footed the two sisters. I footed the sisters and killed 2, even though I totally forgot about the unicorn. He had the 2-up save. He actually rolled 2 1s, so I was lucky to actually kill 2, but again, just dumb. And then my war boss goes into the Way Watchers, and that's his roll to hit. So out of 5 attacks, so he does nothing. Spider's dead. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. So in his turn, he sends his Eagle Lord on an Eagle straight into my Rock Level 1, position just over and right down my War Machines. I mean, right now I should just be saying, well, War Machines are gone, let's get my Savage Orcs and Trolls up into combat and just destroy the rest of his army. But instead, I don't. They've just swept around a little bit. His Glade Riders don't come on. And he's reformed and moved his Wild Riders to the right over to the flank there, out of my Savage Orc Arrowboy range. I think these guys are just shooting things. Yeah, putting more wounds. You can see my Wyvern Lord now has 2 wounds. He's taken some wounds off that. And he's moved his treeman up into the forest there. But yeah, he's not taken the bait charging those trolls. It's a shame my trolls didn't get in the turn before, because I think Math Hammer would have said I would have beaten that treeman. So Rock Lobber 1 goes down. Before that he gets Savage Beasts off, bubbled. Which isn't going to be good. Takes a wound on his level 2 here for it though. Yeah, I said this before, there's some more wounds on this guy from shooting. Actually, yeah, he pummels it with shooting, sorry. And so by turn 2, I've just got my Lord left. Wyvern's gone. This dude gets my Mangler with the shooting. Panics the Rock Lobber to the left there, and it spins around, so it can't. So that's my Rock Lobber on the right. So now I've lost 1 Rock Lobber. 1 Doom Diver's in combat, the other Doom Diver's okay, the other Rock Lobber's panicked. And this is turn 2. Okay, so turn 3, I get some animosity and lose 2 guys to my Black Orc BSB. These guys are just out of range. Well, now that I don't have an 18-inch range, they fail stupidity and just bump forward. This is one good thing, because his lords moved forward. I actually had a charge off on his Wild Riders with a chariot, so in they went. Actually, my Savages there too reformed too wide to face them, just to add a little bit of a speed bump. And I don't know what I'm doing with the rest of my army. They're just wandering around. Magic was something like 4-4 or something. Brain Burst was dispelled. Fireball was dispelled. So nothing happened. Out of 6 impact hits with the chariot, I scored 2 wounds. So that's my roll to wound. Why did I? I would have thought the 2 would have scored. Maybe it was 3 wounds, whatever. Chariot dies obviously in combat. Doom Diver dies, and he goes to the next one. And into turn 3 goes into these Savages. 2 Waystalkers pop out, and his 2 Way Watchers pop out, and his Waystalker pops into the building. So I mean, and you can see up there he's got 1 sister left. I got some of them down, but just not enough to get any points. Glade Riders come on the back of the board there. You can see my Wolf Boss up there really doing nothing. And his level 4 comes out to play to try and get some Purple Sun off. Magic 9 to 5. 3 dice dispelled curse on the Savages. You can't see this, but I've sent my Lord into the Savages here too. Just he ran in there. He gets Curse of Lanef on my War Boss, puts a wound on him. Gets Wizen's up on his Wild Riders. And then he Bajunas with Infinite Force Irresistible Force my War Boss. So, he's gone. And looks like they do some shooting, take out my Wolf Boss. And his Lord's now into my Rock Lobber. So, he's just destroyed heaps. Lose a Troll to some shooting. It's just all coming apart now. So in my turn, what do? I'm just way out of position here. So I send all 4 heroes from this Night Goblin unit to the Trolls in a hope that, okay, they can survive some shooting and then at least one of them get into the trolls to give them some leadership. I thought of sending my BSB, but I just thought he'd get peppered on the way out. At the end of the day, they'd just, yeah, should never have got him into this spot in the first place. Magic, just everything got foot got scrolled. Just here we go, got dispelled. And his turn 4, he just moves in for the kill, so he gets his treatment out of the arc there, and everyone just lines up for some shooting. His Lord flies over just to ignore the Savage Orcs. I should mention his Lord and his BSB have Starfire arrows, so they're lining up to shoot the trolls. And his Wild Riders have done enough, so they're heading off behind the building. So his General pops 1 wound on my trolls to start the shooting phase, and then the rest of them open up. They take out my level 2 Shaman, one of the bosses run away, the other 2 survive. But you can see I've lost 3 trolls now to the rest of his shooting. That hurt. My turn 5, so yeah, this is, I mean, you know, it's not bad luck, it's just my bad play, but because they were stupid, they stumbled just an inch too far for my 2 big bosses to reach them. So that's game over there. And the Savages are just lost, so they just turn around to get some magic into line of sight. 12 to 6, I roll for foot and don't get it off. So bad playing and a couple of bad dice roll luck. I do get Hand of Gorgon off and just plunk my Savages right in the middle there to at least try and get a charge somewhere. And just a shot from the front. These guys are angry. They've done nothing all game. Generally what happens with these big hordes for me, I just can't get them into combat. And the charges start, so he sends his wild Warhawk Riders in to take some big bosses out. Magic was 9 to 4, and he Spirit Leeched or Bajuned or both my Shaman, so he's dead. It was infinite, actually, that's right. It was Irresistible Force, so the 1 sister left I got some points for. So I can't kill anything, but he can kill them for me. Okay, that boss dies. He arrows off my last running boss over here. And 2 more trolls go down to shooting. There's the overrun into the next boss. So my last turn, the trolls are just dumb again, so they just go forward. Finally get a charge off into his Glade Guard. And then his turn 6, in they come, so the Hagbaned Glade Guard come into the trolls with the War Dancers. So they're dead. And the rest of his army charges. So Warhawk Riders in the back, Treeman in the back, Wild Riders in the front, Glade Guard in the front, his Lord and his level 4 Wizard in the flank. So what we do is basically just we roll all. I mean, obviously the Wood Elves go first, but he just rolls we roll all the attacks to see. Basically, you have to kill enough to break my Steadfast, basically, which he did by 2. Obviously, I can't roll double 1s, and he tabled me. So, yeah, shocking. Shocking, but I knew it was gone in turn 1, and it was purely. I mean, a lot of it. I'm not saying I would have won at all, but a lot of it was that positioning there, I reckon. I mean, my war boss facing the wrong way and my spider being in the way. I think if that redirect would have been helped, he would have had, if he chose to charge, he would have had his Wild Riders at least, you know, out of position for 1 of my turns, my Orc turn 2, and then I could have chose to go in with the spider and the war boss on the Wyvern. The only thing I think that probably wouldn't help me anyway, though, is he could have easily challenged my war boss. And he had that sword. It might have killed my war boss. It might not have. I don't know. We'll see. But the spider going in charging might have done some damage. So just, yeah, I would have had to position the spider in a way that he had to not get caught up in the flank, I guess, with the war boss charging. Because if he got challenged and he positioned his eagle on the end, I wouldn't have been able to attack anyone anyway. And they would be steadfast, so it may not have mattered too much, but at least they would have got them all into combat, and that's probably what I would rather than wasting my wyvern doing what he was doing. And if I wasn't going to do that with the wyvern, he should have been over somewhere else, and he had enough static troops that I think my wyvern would have been far off better trying to chase them around. But I was too worried about... Actually, I don't know what I was doing with it. I've never used one before, so there you go. And of course, the other big thing was the trolls being dumb, and because of the way I was using my wyvern. But from the start, I had no plan for that wolf boss, a big boss on a wolf. He should have just been with the trolls. There's no reason why I'm just running around. They don't have war machines for me to take out. He should have been in with the trolls. And I've got 3 big bosses in that night goblin unit. There could have been at least one of them in there as well, just in the case, just for the event that type of thing happened, where the leadership bubble got burst. Them not being able to do anything all game, obviously, yeah, useless. So I think just those couple of things would have made the game much different. But anyway, that's what happened. We're going to get a couple more rematches in before the tournament in September, and we'll see how we go. Cheers, guys.